Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day, and good moment to you, wherever you are on this sweet, wild, sacred earth. I'm Julie Ling, and from the wild sweetness of my very own heart, this is the voice of wonder. Thank you for joining me. I invite you to let yourself settle in. Let the flute music settle you in like a beautiful mist, like fruit tree blossoms descending about you. Feel your energy settling into you. Feel this energy that is you settling down from above, settling through your crown and your third eye and your throat. May today your voice be the voice of kindness, the voice of wonder, the voice of peace. Feeling your energy soft and wild and sweet and wild and maybe edgy, however it is for you, and noticing as it settles into your heart and something inside your heart blooms at the settling of your own light. Feeling as this energy that is yours, softer than you'd ever realize, more than you'd ever realize, settles into your solar plexus, the central sun that dwells inside this body. Feeling how that golden light from above settles into and joins and meets the light within you. Feeling how this energy that is you settles in to your lower belly, your sacral chakra, that you may ride the orange tiger that you see behind me. Feeling how it settles into the singing bowl of your hips, even to the base of your body. Feeling how it settles into this ruby red mist that is yours. And it claims you, and that makes it easy for you to let yourself claim it. And feeling the sassiness that's settling into you too. As you move and wiggle a little bit, settling into the singing bowl of your hips as if it were the most comfortable armchair, easy chair you'd ever sat in. Feeling how easy it is to be in your own body, the one that's just for you, just for you, just for you. And feeling how this energy that is you moves easily down from your hips through your thighs and your knees and your legs and your feet. And anything extra, any static that's not juicy, that's not good for you right now, just flows down through your feet, through that drain and the bottoms of your feet, which opens, trays down into the earth mother. Nourishment for her, ease for her, and this energy just flows down easily through the roots of yours that are already there until you find the fingers of your awareness that has reached out through these roots easily, effortlessly, holes in the palm of its hands, of your hands, that ball of magma that is the heart of the earth, and within the crystal and heart that is within it. And it easily, like grace, flows, rides up through those roots that are your arms reaching up and up through your feet, your knees, your thighs, your hips, all the way up through your belly, through your heart, through your throat, through your third eye, your crown, up into the heavens, into the stars, and back down again until you are the bridge, this energy flowing like the breath up into the heavens, the stars, the galaxies, and down into the earth. Like grace, like ease, like flow, like peace. And just noticing this rhythm that moves with the breath, rising up and rising down. And you might even notice how it doesn't just rise up, but out and around, and how it comes from below and out and around and up. This is the tube torus. This is the magnetic flow within and around you in every moment. And now you are simply aware of it as it dances and moves you. And how sweet is that? And I invite you to notice that in this moment, we are in that field of roomies beyond all notion of right and wrong. This is the the isness, the energy moving. This morning, before I came on, usually when I wake up, it begins to percolate in me what words will be spoken, what the idea, the theme is. And I had promised afterwards to read a poem that I'd written to a friend. And so I thought it would be nice to actually look at it again and edit it. And I was most of the way through that, noticing the time was getting close, and all of a sudden something sucked up in me and sucked me out of my root, out of my ground, and the thought, I've done it wrong. This isn't right. I always do this other thing. Oh no, what will I do? I didn't do it right. So much panic, like this inside of me. Ugh. And there was no time to do anything else. And I noticed I was so aware of how it took me out of my body. It took me out of my ground. It took me out of my being. And given that I'm kind of all about beyond right and wrong, it surprised me a little bit that this was what was going on inside of me. And then I thought, well, maybe this is the thing to be spoken. What if right and wrong is so limited, and it's like there's just one right thing out of a million trillion possibilities, and if we don't find it, we're doomed. Everything else is wrong. Give up, go away. Pull the covers over your head and bag it, which is one, impossible. Like, we're going to find the one right thing out of a trillion possibilities, out of infinite possibilities. How's that going to work out? And the brain's biggest need is to be right. And so this sets us up for failure, because if there's only one right way out of an infinite number of possibilities, pardon my French, the hell are we going to find it? So it feels to me in this moment, as I'm tapping in, as a rubric, what's the word I want? A framework that was created, designed to seat power in the few and keep it from the many. If we set it up as impossible and we're the arbiters of right, then you all are going to get it wrong, and you have to do what we tell you. And that doesn't really serve anyone. So today I want to invite you, a double dog dare you, to consider the possibility that maybe there are many more colors than that. there's more than one right thing and everything else is wrong, or one right thing and there's a bunch of gray and then there's the black. Uh, that maybe there are many, many possibilities, many colors. Years ago, when I was struggling with making a decision, I just had this download that what if instead of looking for the right thing, and then there's all this pressure at having to get it right, and we go into fight or flight, we leave the thinking brain that can consider the possibilities, and we go into survival, the reptile brain, and we don't have access to it. So that doesn't work very well either. What if you drop in for a moment? And when I remember to do this, it's really powerful, and ask, okay, well, the thing that feels right to me, right as in good, right as in aligned, what color does it feel like? Ooh, it feels green. And what kind of green? Oh, it's a soft green, like that soft green of an aurora borealis. Or maybe it's a deep blue, like a midnight sky. And then I can kind of look at the options that I see in front of me instead of feeling like maybe I have to find one I can't see, and just tune in and go, which one feels like this shade of green? Oh, that one there. Okay, I'll go with this. So I offer and invite you into that possibility, and I'll play a little more while you just drop in. See. And what if we don't have to always get it right? What if that's a heavy burden we can set down along with the sword and shield and study war no more? Because this constant drive, this constant have to get it right creates a war inside. I have to get it right. I can't do that thing. Oh, I said I would do this and I didn't, and now I'm wrong, and now I'm bad, and now I have to feel guilty, and guilty people get punished. And there's this whole other cycle that doesn't really serve any of us. What if, even if we don't get it right, what if mistakes are how we learn? And if we allow ourselves the grace to make a mistake, and if you've ever made a really big one, like when I was in high school, one day, my mother said, okay, well, I've got a night class, and Julie, it's going to be your job to make dinner this night every week. And didn't even occur to me, say, what? I just said, okay. And so I think she had told me to make spaghetti the next night. And so I did what I knew you did. You filled a pan with water and you put the spaghetti in and you boiled it. My mom came home and I said, this doesn't look right. And she took one look at it and grinned. Here's what you do, Julie. She picked up this big pan full of water and now really horrible, slimy spaghetti that was a big blob, dumped it into the sink, filled the pan with water again, and said, you start again, and this time you boil the water first. And I often say to people, if I share something that I've cooked, oh, you're a really good cook. I could never cook like that. Look, this is the first meal I made. And it was a categorical disaster. And if I can learn to cook, so can you. But I never, ever made that mistake again. Never. And if we can laugh at our mistakes, then we're free to learn from them. Because you know what? We all make them. There's no escaping it. And trying to be perfect is like trying to find that one right thing. It's impossible. And I don't know about you, but people who look perfect make me really nervous. I can't relate to them. I feel like less around them. I'd much rather somebody who is brilliant and owns their humanity, owns their mistakes. I once watched a concert live, and it was an a cappella group, and this group performed beforehand, and they made a mistake, and they apologized, and they fumbled, and they got awkward. And a few minutes later, the group that was really well known made a mistake, and they laughed and they joked about it and they took it in stride. And I thought, that's the difference. It isn't that they didn't make mistakes. It's that they rolled with them. It's that they laughed at them. It's that they owned them and used it as momentum to keep going. So that's my invitation and my double dog dare for you today, that you give yourself the grace to make mistakes. There's a wonderful children's cartoon series that used to be on PBS in the United States that I always loved. My ex and I used to watch it. And when I got pregnant, we joked that now we had a reason we could offer up our friends that we liked watching Magic School Bus and Reading Rainbow and Arthur and all these things that we watched anyway. And the main character was voiced by Lily Tomlin, and there was a point in the episode every time where she would say, "All right, class, it's time to get messy, take chances, and make mistakes." So today, I invite you to get messy, to take chances, and to make mistakes, because who knows what you will learn and what we'll miss if you don't risk the mistake and learn it. So I'm just going to invite you to let this settle into your bones and your being while I play a little more flute before we close up. So go out, get messy, take chances, make mistakes. If you feel called to get it right, ask for what color that is. Not right as absolute, but what feels aligned to you. What thing vibrates that tuning fork of truth within you? Because that you can always know. Like Mr. Miyagi said in The Karate Kid, inside picture is always right picture. So I invite you to look inside for that right picture, that aligned picture, that divine action picture that lives inside of you, because it's always there. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Julie Ling, and I invite you today to let your heart, your aligned rightness, and even your mistakes sing. Have a beautiful and blessed day.